It's time once again for your update from the city of New Hope. The mayor is joining us with lots of information for you today. Welcome, Mayor. How are you today?
Hi, Dave. Just fine. Middle of September it is.
Yes, hard to believe as fast as time is moving on, and there's a lot happening in September and going into October in the city of New Hope. So let's bring you up to date. First, we're going to talk a little bit about a program we've been talking about and wanting to get people interested in, and it's all about curb appeal. Mayor, tell us a little bit more.
It is. Well, curb appeal obviously means something that's facing the curb. And the idea is to get houses to kind of fix up and maybe spend a little more money than they would just to make the curb appeal look a little better. So this includes like windows in the front of the house, doors with windows in them, garage doors that maybe have windows in them, some brick facing on the front. So the projects have to be anywhere between $4,000 and $20,000. The city will reimburse you 25% of the cost of the project, but you have to get it approved first. So if you're interested in doing something like this, go online and look at the rules and what's needed, and then get an estimate and get that back to City Hall. We've already approved 6 of them, and we're expecting to have more come. So this is a good time to do the work and get reimbursed for it.
Fantastic. You see the city's website, newhopemn.gov. You can find out more about that program and much more going on in the city, including the photo contest. It's time for people to get out and snap some photos or look back through their photos they've taken throughout the year. What is the situation with the photo contest? Some of the rules we need to follow.
Well, that started on the 1st of September, and you have until the 24th of October to get the pictures into City Hall. And you can do that in person or you can do that electronically. They don't really care. They're looking for no more than 3 pictures per person to be submitted. They have to be of people, places, or nature, wildlife. And it really helps to name the picture, to come up with a clever name for it, and just submit them. And then they'll be judged after the middle of October. And we'll pick some winners and they'll get a nice little plaque for their entry. And a lot of times we use those in those calendars that come out in the city planner. So take those pictures. We've got a lot of really pretty stuff in New Hope. So take those pictures and get them in. You have to be a resident or have a business here. And there's also a youth category. So all those, we just want people to take pictures.
Sounds great. A fun opportunity for residents to get involved. A lot of opportunity to get involved with the upcoming election. Let's break it down into a few different parts. The first is registration. There are some special events coming up to help get people registered.
Well, the League of Women Voters is going to Cooper and Armstrong this year again, and trying to register seniors that are going to be 18 by voting time. So you can actually go to one of those. That's on the 20th of September. Just go inside in the lobby, and even if you're not a student, they'll have voter registration forms there. You can also register at City Hall beginning the 23rd of September. So you can go in there, get the voter registration, then you can vote there at City Hall too after the 23rd. So that's when early voting starts. So easy ways to register. If you don't want to do it in person, you can go to the Secretary of State's website and they'll send you out an application. If you are going to do it in person, you need to bring a driver's license or something with your picture on it and something with your current address on it. So if you've recently moved and your driver's license isn't up to date, there's the picture, but you'll bring a utility bill to show that that's your address. They just want to make sure that the person they're looking at and the address is in New Hope and they all match, and they'll get you registered.
Final note about the elections. Let's talk about opportunity for residents to get to know some of the candidates. How can they do that? What are some events coming up?
So in New Hope, we have 2 seats on the city council that are open, and we have four guys actually that have applied for that. So they're going to have a candidate forum on the 6th of October at City Hall, and it starts at 7 o'clock. So it's free, open to the public. You can either go in. I believe they're going to show it online too. Are they?
That's correct.
CCX?
Correct.
Okay.
They will be. It will be aired, and then it will also be replayed on CCX Media.
So it gives you a chance to see the candidates, look at their positions that they're looking for, and then you can vote after the 23rd of September.
Very good. Other events coming up, job fair. We've talked a little bit about a group getting together some information to see if there's interest. And Mayor, it sounds like there's lots of interest and things are being set up.
Well, as you know, everybody's looking for help.
Right.
And a lot of times the kids don't really know where to go, and they don't want to go to business, and it takes so much of their time. So they're planning to have a job fair either the 2nd or 3rd week in October. we've got 26 businesses that are interested, including the YMCA, that are interested in hiring some part-time, some full-time. Just show up at City Hall on the 6th at 7 o'clock. I think it's 7. Do you know what the time was? Oh, they don't have the time on that check. But we have, we'll have employers there and people that want to be employees.
Excellent. Great opportunity for people if they're looking for a job. It is the last part of the road construction season, but there's still some places in New Hope that might be a little tricky to get around. And Mayor, one of those is Bass Lake Road. How are things going there?
Well, Bass Lake Road is a Hennepin County road, and what they've done is just gorgeous. They're doing a really nice job on it, but of course they're doing a mill and overlay, and so they're blocking it off. The traffic backs up, and it's if you can avoid Bass Lake Road, do that. So they're about to boon now, not quite, but I would think by the end of this week they'll be finished with that. Really looks very nice. In some places where they just lay down the tar, they have to block off the road completely.
Okay.
So then you just kind of sit there for an hour. So if you have a chance to go any other way, go the other way. But it'll be very nice when it's done.
True. Excellent advice there. Tree planting event coming up for the residents in the city of New Hope. What park will this happen at and when?
Well, this is kind of an accident, sort of. Hennepin County gave some money to the food group a few years ago in conjunction with the city to plant a bunch of apple and pear trees. And they did that on their property, at the food group property. Well, they applied for another grant, the food group, and got that from Hennepin County. They came to the city and asked if they could plant some fruit-bearing trees in the park. So they're going to plant trees in Little Acre Park on the 28th, but at 5:30. If you're interested in helping to plant, bring gloves and a shovel. If you just want to watch, just come and watch the planting. And it'll be a few years till we actually have fruit on those trees.
Right.
But I think that's really just a great grant opportunity with the 3 entities coming together.
Yeah, great cooperation going on there. Let's talk about the golf course as that season winds down a little bit, but still no shortage of activity at the golf course. What is going on there lately and coming up?
Well, this is this fall league season, and fall leagues are a little smaller than the regular leagues. So this is a great time to have those tournaments at the golf course. And because it gets dark earlier, the night tournaments are becoming a real big deal. So there's one on the Chamber of Commerce golf tournament. That's on the 23rd. That starts at 12:30. I think that's pretty well booked. But if you wanted to sponsor a hole, it's $150, and you can put a sign of your business on that hole.
Sure.
And if you can always get to Jeff Alger at the City of New Hope, and he'll tell you how to go about doing that. The crime prevention group with Brad Callio on the 30th of September is doing a night golf. And so that will be dinner, golf, and then prizes awarded. So that's starting at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
I think he's got a couple spaces left. I'm not really sure. We have to call the police department to find that out.
Okay.
And the third thing that's happening is a golf barbecue and movie. And that is, I can't remember the date. It's not on the sheet.
I'm trying to look over here to see if I have it, but something that's coming up, and what we can do is give people the city's website.
That's the 24th of September.
Very good. Okay.
And that is, you can play a round of golf that starts at 4 o'clock. You play a round of golf, and then you go and have a barbecue and then a free movie. If you don't want to play golf or have the barbecue, you just want to come to the movie, it's Tin Cup. And they're showing that on the practice screen right in front of the patio.
Great idea.
That's on the 24th of September.
Excellent. Lots of fun at the golf course. Again, you see the website, so lots of information about those events coming up. If you want to find out more, go there, and you can contact Jeff Alger through that information as well. Another event coming up, this for the families, is the Trick or Trot. Tell us a little bit about this pre-Halloween event.
Oh, this has been a real fun event. What they do is they get businesses to set up tables along the trail at Civic Center Park. So there's a trail that goes through that, and it starts at 4:30 to 6:30. So it's during the daytime hours, if you will, kind of night. And they'll be giving out treats along the way. They'll be giving out little gimmicks and little gizmos from the businesses.
Sure.
So the kids just love it. And then when they're done with that, starting at 7 o'clock is a movie, and that's free. It's Transylvania 2. So they can, in their costumes, they can all go watch the movie. It's not real scary. It's a little spooky, but it's not real scary. So
Mhm.
it's good for little kids. So the trick or trot is open to 3 to 12-year-olds.
Okay.
Interestingly, we get a lot at both ends.
Very good.
And wear your costume, and mom and dad, if you're coming with your kids, and you must wear your costume.
Definitely. And some candy kids involved. So make sure you get out there and have some fun. Let's talk about dogs in the city of New Hope in a fun way through an organization that's done so much over the years. And they have a special event coming up. And I understand you're involved in a very special way as well.
I am. This is Do Canines, and we are so fortunate to have them in the city of New Hope. They do this fundraiser called Woofaroo. And it's basically you bring your dogs to Do Canines, and they just play with the other dogs. And they have all kinds of dog-related things that are there. So what they do is they also have a dog costume parade.
Okay.
And so they parade these dogs, and I'm doing this with the fire chief and police chief of Crystal.
Fun.
And so they parade these dogs across the stage in all these really wild get-ups. And it's our job to pick a winner of all these dogs. It's just a fun day. It's 10 to 2. And Do Canines is over by 169 and about 58th over by the highway.
Mhm.
So come and stop. It doesn't cost anything to come if you'd like. I think there is a fee for the food, but it's very little.
Very good. All right. Fun event. And that address is 9440 Science Center Drive. You can find it back there again, 169 Bass Lake Road area. Final note we want to pass along. You're looking for some input from residents about a trail that may go north and south through the city of New Hope and connect to other great places. Tell us more about this opportunity.
Well, Three Rivers Park has been putting trails in cities. And this next piece of their trail building goes from Golden Valley up to Brooklyn Center, Brooklyn Park. And they want information from the residents whether they want that to go just straight up Douglas, which would be wouldn't really be a trail as such. It would be more a piece of the road. Or if they wanted to go through New Hope, they'd have to take a little turn, probably on 32nd, go over to where the other trails are, kind of connect to that. But what they're looking for is people to look at the two opportunities and vote on them. So there's maps at City Hall that they can vote on, and there's maps at the golf course, so they can go in and register their vote there. We really need to know what people want to do. These are bike trails, walking trails, places to push the stroller. We want them to be as safe and easy to use as they can. And Three Rivers would love to have some input from us.
All right. So City Hall or the golf course to find out more about those maps. Also go to the city's website again for the maps and much more that we've talked about today, election information, and that is newhopemn.gov. Mayor, thanks once again for your time today. Great to see you. And we will look forward to get an update from you again next week.
Okay. See you then, Dave.
Learn more about the connection at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.